Okay, so the next major component in the ITF style Chang Hong blocking system is the knife hand guarding block. Now the knife hand guarding block is a superbly effective way of dealing with circular attacks. The problem is, it's generally misinterpreted and usually taught against a straight punch, which, as you'll see in a minute, is patently useless. The other thing is, like the middle block, it has a distinct chamber position, and there's never any real explanation for why we are drawing our hands away from our opponent and across our body. But as you'll see when we put it together in a minute with some of the techniques and some of the little drills I've got to show you, you'll see that the drawing of the hands across the body is in fact part of the block. So just to illustrate how ineffective it is against a straight punch, I'll show you. So Jack is here, he's going to punch me in the face. Alright, so the first thing I need to do is move my hands towards this. Alright, arguably I would have my hands here, but I may be caught off surprise, have them down here, or he may be hitting me from behind. You know, lots of things can happen. So if I'm not prepared with my hands in front like this, or even if I am, I need to deal with this straight punch as quickly as possible before I get smashed and don't have the capacity to deal with it any longer. So the first thing I need to do is move towards it, alright? I will need to deal with the punch before it comes close to me. That's the standard stuff, standard self-defense stuff, right? So, however, with the knife hand guarding block, as he punches, what I'm going to do is take the hands away from my body and turn at a 45-degree angle. Okay, now you can see that drawing my hands away from this has increased the amount of time I need to deal with that punch. Alright, so it's rendered the block even less effective than it would be if I was to stand here and bring it across like that, which is also quite useless. So one more time, so he punches here, I draw my hands away, I get punched in the face. And again, one more time, Alright, now, when used against a circular punch, this movement here becomes an effective hiding place. Alright, like if someone throws something towards your head, no matter what it is, and people are caught off guard, they usually throw their hands up in a startled flinch-like position. And that gives you the same shape as the chamber position. If you ignore stylistic tweaks and heights, gives you the same position as the chamber position for the knife hand guarding block. Another interesting thing is, if you stand in a knife hand guarding block and you turn your shoulder that way and turn your feet that way, but don't move your hands, again, you have the chamber position for the knife hand guarding block. So one way of looking at the knife hand guarding block is in fact two knife hands. Alright? So if he's to throw a circular punch at me and I hide behind in this flinch position, then I've effectively dealt with this attack. However, he does it from this side, you'll be able to see better. We'll just turn you at this angle here. So he hooks here, I trap him here. Now, the side of his jaw and his neck is here. I mean, I need to worry about this, so I need to be quite quick about this. But what I'm able to do in this position here is to strike into here like that. Alright? And you've got pressure receptors in the neck that can cause unconsciousness. You can spin the jaw, you can attack the side, there's other bits under the ear and stuff. You know, so this is generally a good area to chop into. The position of the knife hand guarding block, the way we do it in Taekwondo, is at an angle. And that facilitates moving in between the jaw and the shoulder quite readily. So do it again, punches, I trap. And what I'm going to do now is slam this in. But to facilitate the attack, what I'm going to do is draw him onto me to increase my momentum. So I do this by wrapping his arm like this and pulling in what we call, in Japanese is referred to as a hikite. There is a Korean word for it, but the concept is not quite the same. So he hooks, and one, I bring this round to here, I'm still hiding behind this hand here, and then I pull this in. Okay, so notice I've always got one hand in front of my face, alright, or in front of me, in what's referred to as the mother and child hands. So the hands work together independently. So just like if I'm you know, punching, and I do a jab, and then I do a cross. I bring the cross back to hide my jaw from this angle, and I raise the shoulder to hide my jaw from the other angle, right? So just like in boxing, you've got two hands working together, or in the middle block system, we've got two hands working together. The same thing is true for the knife hand guiding block. So one more time, he hooks, catch, I wrap the arm, I draw him in, and I slam this in here. Okay, now we can't, and I'll show you what it looks like, but I can't do it with any real force because I don't want to hurt Jack. There, okay? And you get the power from the torque of your core muscles, right? It's not from the arms. 1 and 2. Okay, so that said, what we're going to do is I'll give you some things now that we can use to make this a bit more interactive. Okay, so the next drill we're going to do is very simple as well. It's just,